Hi cubies and newbies, I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. And Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves. With these two patterns you can solve every complexity Rubik's Cube and every complexity dodecahedron. This is the Minx family. This is the Megaminx, this is the Gigaminx. I've got the Teraminx over here. Formula A is 4 moves, 1 row, 1 column. Formula B is 8 moves, top row and 2 columns. And with that, you can solve every cube because that's all you need to do. You'll notice there's no parity algorithm because parities are a lie. Happy to talk about those later. It's Monday. Monday's the day I usually scramble my cubes, but I want to finish my Minx family here that I was doing it last week. So I'm going to scramble this one. I'm going to leave this one the way it is. This one is actually, hold on. Okay, this is okay. For the cubes, there's no order of operation unless except what's convenient. For the minxes, there is an order of operation. When you're working with the star parts, one of the two columns you're using is always the center column, and one of the two columns is the center column because it's not actually a single column. It has ancillary movements on the top. It moves non-star pieces as well as star pieces. So we do the star parts before the non-star parts. So this one has the star parts done. And this one here's an example of what Formula A does. Formula A brings a piece to the top and also twists it around. So you can never have one corner twisted, you can only have 2 or more. If 2 are twisted, they're twisted in opposite directions. 3, they're all in the same direction. More than that, and just work on them individually. So this cube needs to be twisted, and this cube needs to be twisted. So I'm going to put both of them on my top layer, and I'm going to start twisting this one, and when it's the way it wants to be, then I'll finish off with this one. It's going to be Formula A, it's going to be multiple of 6. So, bottom row, right column, out, down, in, up. Obviously that twisted these ones. Do it again. It's going to put it back up again, but in a different pattern, different orientation. Okay, so that's 2. Preserve this one, continue with this one, same bottom row, right column until the top color is on top. That'll be a multiple of 6, and so the rest of the cube is untouched, and these two have both been twisted. So that's Formula A. All right, so I've already done this in this playlist, but I have not. I'm going to compare it now to the edges and corners of the Gigaminx. So I'm going to scramble this, but I'm going to leave the centers done here. And so everything that can be done here, the star tips and these corners, I'm going to do along with these ones so you can see how they are parallel. So scramble, 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 scramble. I lose where I am so that I can actually scramble somewhere. Scramble, scramble, scramble. All right. So I go layer by layer. Once the centers are done, or there are no centers to do, I go layer by layer. Simply because it's easier because there's so many different colors, so many different sides. It's easier to just go layer by layer rather than do all of the star tips and then all of the corners. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the white star tips. Okay, so here's the white, and I can use Formula A, or I can just intuit, or Formula B, or I can just intuit it. So here I'm just going to line it up to the center and rotate it into place. This white and purple, and line it up into place. This white, move it over to the red section and move it up into place. to the yellow and up into place. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got more to do. I offset the purple. Sorry about that. And so the white star parts, white star tips are done. Let's do that on this one. Okay. This one is white and red. Let's move it over to the red part and into place. Okay. Here's the yellow, white and yellow. Move it over to the yellow and into place. Okay, that moved. This one was purple. Let's put it back into place. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. And you'll notice for the cube, I don't look for any particular piece. I just find a piece and throw it in the direction it wants to be. For the minxes, I do actually look for the specific piece and then move them into place. So it's a little bit, there's inspection time that I don't use on the cube that I do use on the minx. So here is, where is it? Looking for a white star tip. Here's the white blue one. Okay, I'm going to move it to the top and then slide it into place. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All I need now is the white and green piece. Here it is. Okay, and again, I can bring it to the top, move it over where it wants to be, and then slide it down and up. Okay, so there's my star parts. Star tips are done. Okay, now I'm going to do the next thing to do would be to do the star corners. Okay, white star corners. White corners, not stars. Find one on top, move it above where it wants to be. It's above the, okay, wants to go there. And then I can use Formula A to put it into place. I can also use Formula B, but Formula A is better. So here, this one wants to go over here. I'm just going to use Formula, okay, no I'm not. Okay, I'm going to move it to the top, move it over where it wants to be. And then it's going to come down here. The white, red, and blue is going to be between the white, red, and blue. And again, Formula A. Upside down Formula A is the sexy move or the smooth move, so I just do that one rather than doing Formula A, but I want to demonstrate how it was Formula A. Okay, so drop it down where it wants to be, and then into its spot. Okay, if the centers were done, if the star tips were done, I would use Formula B instead, but the star tips are not done, so it's easy, so it's quicker. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more white piece. Here it is, above where it wants to be, and drop it into place. Okay, so that's done. Star tips are done. Let's do the corners. Find a white corner. Here's one. White, red, and blue. Find it above where it wants to be. Okay, and then Formula A or the sexy move to drop it into place. Here's another one. Okay, you can bring it to the top, move it above where it wants to be, which is the green and purple. Okay, and then drop it into place. Okay, so that's 2. There's another one, white, red, and green. Bring it to the top, above where it wants to be. Red and green, drop it down, and Formula A or the smooth move. Put it into place. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 2 more white star. 2 more white corner. Right edge. I know words. Corners. Okay. Drop it down and into place. Okay. Now, if the star tips were there, I would do it Formula B instead of Formula A, but they're not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. We're looking for the white, purple, and yellow. There it is. Above where it wants to be. And drop it down. Okay. So that makes this white is done. I need to do the white edge pieces here, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to find a piece, usually on top. Here's a white and red. Bring it above where it wants to be. Here's the, okay, literally wants to come down here. Okay, so I'm going to drop it down above where it wants to be. And formula B will move it into place. This piece will go here. This piece will come forward. These are the three pieces that are going to move. So this piece is going to come here. Top row, 2 columns. First piece is where it, first row, top row. First column is where it's going to land. Second one's where it's going to, where it begins. So that for this one to move here, this one will move forward. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, 3 pieces moved. Look for another white piece. Here's one, here's one. Actually, first let's look on the sides here. Here's a white and green. Line up the corners to match the front. First column, second column. Start with moving away. Up, up, down, down. Okay, and then line up the tips again. 1, 2, 3. Here's another one. Okay, bring the corners to match the front. It's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and set the tips. Okay. Okay. Here's these ones are on top, but on the gray side, and I want to move them onto the other side, so I'm going to move it forward this way. Up, up, down, down. Okay. And then above where it wants to be. Okay, it literally wants to come down here. So I drop it down and down, and it's going to come here. This will move this piece over here. Formula B, up, up, down, down. Okay, so that piece is in place. This is not where it wants to be, but it wants to come forward here. So let's do that. Up, up, down, down. And with Formula B is only moving 3 pieces around always, unless one of your columns is the center column, in which case it moves 3 of that row, and then also ancillary non-star parts as well. So find another white piece. Okay, here's a white piece. Any that are easily moved. Yeah, here's one. Let's bring this one down. Okay, this white and yellow wants to go here. These 3 pieces are going to move. Row to the top row, first column, second column, start by moving away. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Find another white or yellow. Find another white piece. Here's one. Bring it forward, up, up, down, down, and then above the blue. Okay, so it literally wants to go here. Okay, so this one is going to come here. This one's going to come here. I don't want to move this one, so I'm going to displace my red side so that I have a random spot for this one to move into when I move the white forward. Up, up, down, down, reset. Okay. Here's a white and blue. Bring it above the blue side. Okay. And then slide it down. Again, I don't want to move this one, so I'm going to offset my yellow. These 3 pieces are going to be the one. Hello, thank you for joining me. I am Sunshine, and this is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes, and today I'm playing with my minxes instead. but I'm happy to be distracted if you want to me to work on cubes instead. Say hi if you want to. So, um, look, I've done the white side on the Mega Minx, so now I'm doing the white side on the Giga Minx. I did the star tips, and did the star tips, and did the white corners, and now I'm doing the white edges. Just find a piece that has white melanin is interesting, but a bit out of my depth. Shaken Steve. Melamine. What is melamine? I don't know what melamine is. Oh, I'm just learning the 5x5 at the moment. Lol, Mega Minx. Oh, you okay? Autocorrect. Got it. I'm like, what is melamine? Um, okay. Well, the the Minx family can also be solved with just Formula A and Formula B. Are you familiar with my Formula A and Formula B for the 5x5? Because this is the cubing method for non-cubers. So this is, like I said, Formula A and B solves every complexity Rubik's Cube. You don't have to worry about parodies because parodies are a lie. And then for the Minxes, it's the same thing. It's the Formula A. I'll show you. Formula A brings a piece to the top, brings the corner piece to the top and twists the corners around. Formula B moves 3 pieces around. And that's all you need to do. You just discovered my channel. Oh, thank you for joining me. Yeah. Well, I can incorporate Zoom so I can teach you one-on-one if you want to. So you're not familiar with Formula A and Formula B yet. Formula A is 4 moves. For every left there's a right, for every up there's a down. Formula B is 8 moves, same thing. So they're mathematical zeros. But Formula A has a cube. Formula A brings a piece to the top. You usually use it for corners. And Formula B moves 3 pieces around. So what Formula A does on a cube, this bottom row right column, these 2 pieces are going to switch, and they're going to twist as they go around. So out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up, and there's some. So there it is. It twisted and it turned. So to bring a piece to the top or to twist a corner is both done with Formula A. Okay, this piece is going to come up here, move it away from the action, move the space down, piece into the space, and the piece in the space back up again. So that's Formula A. And it can be used on the entirety of a first face, but it does affect all 6 sides. So you only usually use one. It's only really used for bringing the corners to the top and twisting corners around. Formula B is the top row and 2 columns, and that does everything else. It moves 3 pieces around. If I use the top row and the outside columns, it's going to move these 3 edges around. Up, up, down, down. Okay. If I do outside and the inside column, it's going to move edges around, not corners. So up, up, down, down. So it'll move corners or edges or, get this, centers. Okay. Just follow the piece. Up, slide to a different column. That's your second column. Up, down, and down. Yeah, okay, that's cool to know. Okay, so with that, same thing on this. A brings a piece to the top, B moves 3 pieces around, and that's all you ever need to do. There's an order of operations. If you do the star tips, if you do the star parts, it affects non-star parts as well, but if you do the non-star parts, it doesn't affect the star parts. So you do star before non-star, and it's done. I'm going to show you what this does. So, yeah, this is the even the Teraminx is also just solved using Formula A and Formula B. There's no other algorithms, no other patterns to learn. all the same. Okay, so got white part done. I've got 2 more pieces I'm going to demonstrate. All right, here I'm going to bring it. Okay, so to bring this start one forward, and these 3 pieces are going to move. So I'm going to offset it. And then top row, first column, second column. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and as long as and then reset. So as long as there's long as the 2 columns that you're using are on the same side of the uh, center, then it just moves 3 pieces uh, for the edge pieces, and for the center pieces you can do the same thing. Only it's for example, if I wanted to move this pink piece to the gray, I'd follow this pink piece. I go up, slide to a different column. That's my second up. Reverse down, reverse down. So there's slide up, slide down, and we just moved these 3 pieces. Okay, do it again. Up, slide up, reverse down, reverse down. So formula A brings a piece to the top and twists corners. Formula B moves 3 pieces around. And that's all you need to do for every complexity Rubik's Cube and every complexity Minx. So here's another one. This one wants to go here. So I'm going to offset it so that it can go here. Up, up, down, down, and reset the white. Okay, so that's an equality. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is the next layer. So I'm going to do the star tips for the bold sides. Okay, so I find a piece on top that has a bold tip. Okay, here's 2 bolds, blue and yellow. Bring it above where it wants to be. Drop it down so that it matches the centerpiece, and it's going to go in this direction, which is B, the mirror of B. So the first column is where it's going to land, second column is where it begins, and so there's going to be some ancillary movements on the top we don't care about. So to put this piece over here, start by moving it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And so so we're going to do that for all of the double bold star tips. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here's a red and green. Move it above the red and green. Drop it down and line it up to the center. It's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. So I want to say the Minx is no more. I want to say the Minx is no more difficult than the cube, but it does require a different mindset. All of the cubes can be solved with just A and B, and it's just it's just more the same as the columns get more. So if I want to just meditate and clear my mind, I'll do a cube. If I want to be distracted and get my mind focused somewhere else, I'll do the Minx, because there's more jumping around. For the cube, it's just find out where it wants to go and throw it in that direction, like throwing this green piece. Up, up, down, down. Okay, but for the Minxes, there's more jumping because there's more sides to do. So it's more like following a knight on a chessboard rather than following the queen on the chessboard. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking for a double bold. Here's a green and purple. Bring it to the top. Bring it above where it wants to be. Slide it down. Match its face. It's going in this direction. Slide up. Slide up. Slide down, slide down. People ask me, how fast are you? Because that's what most people who cube go into the speed category. I am not a speed cuber per se, depending on how you define speed cuber. Sometimes I time myself and try to improve that time, so I guess I'm a speed cuber, but most of the time I just do it for meditation and to get myself out of my head. So it's going in this direction. Slide up, slide down, slide down. So back in the 80s when the cube became popular and the first world record happened, not everyone went to the speed. Some people said, oh, well, how many pretty patterns can I? That's what I wanted to know. Thanks. Okay, so it's like, well, how many pretty patterns can I make with a cube? And then it's other people that's like, well, if I get 100 cubes, I can make an image, a picture. And so we went in different directions. And because I bought this book at the corner store, not this book at the corner store, and memorized it, that meant that I could do the cube. And so if I could do the cube, my friend saw me with a cube and said, hey, can you teach me? And I said, absolutely. So I went in the direction of teaching instead of that. And so that's how I survived middle school, because I was neurodivergent and bullied until by unspoken edict, the bully decided she wanted to learn, and so all the other bullies had to stop bullying me so that I could teach her. So this cube is going to go over in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. So I've been solving and teaching the cube off and on since the early 80s, but this is my method. Back then I only taught this one that I'd memorized. This is my own method, and because I wanted to figure out how much, because it didn't seem logical to me that once you learned the 3x3 and the 4x4 came out, you had to learn more algorithms to make it look like a 3x3 and then do the reductionist method. That didn't make sense to me. So I came up with this method. I was very lucky, very happy. Okay, so second, the star tip column is done. So I'm going to do the star tip column on this one now. Double bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all not. Here's red and blue. Bring it to the top, and then move it above where it wants to be. Bring it down so it matches the center, and it's going in this direction. So top row, first column, and second column. Nope, sorry. Top row, first column, and second column. So I'm going to be moving more than just 3 pieces. So this piece, go away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And there it is. Okay, here's a blue and yellow. Bring it above the blue and yellow. Slide it down. Match the front. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. So it's still just Formula B. Different hand motions, but it's still Formula B. And that piece is placed. Here's a purple and green. Bring it to the top. Bring it above the purple and green. Slide it to whichever side matches. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. All right. If you want me to stop, hello. 2 viewers now. I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. There's 1, 2. I've done the white side. Now I'm doing the star tip side for the white edges. That's the double bold star tips. And I go layer by layer. And I'm doing these at the same time to demonstrate how they're similar. Here's a yellow and purple. Above the yellow and purple, bring it down to match the center. It's going in this direction. Top row, first column is where it's going to land. Second column is where it began. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. The ABCube method is originally a method for solving every complexity Rubik's cube. This is all you need. Formula A, Formula B are the only patterns you need to do, no matter how big the cube is. Parities are a lie, and we don't have to play with them unless we want to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one more. We're looking for the red and green side. Red and green star tip. Here it is. Bring it above where it wants to be. Line it up. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, for every left there's a right, for every up there's a down, every other move is horizontal, every other horizontal is the reverse of the one before it, so you have a mathematical 0. So the white's done, and then the double bold star tips are done. Okay, so these two are now comparable. Now I'm going to finish the rest of this side with the edge pieces. So again, I'm just looking for an edge piece that has a double bold on it. Nothing on the top layer. Here's one. Okay, so here's a purple and green. I'm going to bring it to the top, bring it above where it wants to be, slide it down to where it's matching the center, and it's going to go in this direction. So top row, first column, second column. This in this case, formula B is going to be just moving 3 pieces around. These 3 pieces are going to move. This one's going to go here, this one's going to come forward, and this one's going to go into that spot. So away up, in second up, away first down, back second down. And there it is. Okay, find another, here's a red and green, bring it to the top, bring it above where the red and green are, slide it down to match the center. It's going in this direction, so these 3 pieces are going to move. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. A and B is all you need. All you need to solve every one of every complexity cube, every complexity dodecahedron Minx family. Here's a yellow and blue. I'm going to bring it to the top, gray side, bring it above where it wants to be, and slide it down until it matches the center. Okay, it's going in this direction, so these 3 pieces, slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. If you are interested in the Minxes, I just began a YouTube YouTube playlist for the Minxes. I already have a playlist for the cubes. I just started a playlist for the Minxes. So that plus this one would have been complete, but I got distracted here. So looking for double bold edges. Okay. Here's a blue and red. Bring it up over the blue and red where it matches. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. So I am the ABCube tutor. On YouTube, you just look for ABCube method, and you will find me. Above where it wants to be, slide it down to where it matches the center. Okay, so this one's going to go over this direction. Okay, so I slide it, so I move it so that they're both on the same side. So now these 3 are going to move. I can either put this here, or I can slide it down and put it directly there. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, and we're going to keep doing it. So we've done the white, so now we're doing the white edges. White edges. So looking for a double bold edge piece. Here's a blue and red. Bring it to the top, above where it wants to be. Slide it down to match. It's going in this direction. So these 2 pieces are going to move. If I offset this one, then these 3 pieces will move, and this one will go right in there. So up, up, down, down. Now you'll notice that I'm doing a lot of setup and then placement and then reset. The first video in my playlist is going to show you how to do the last layer without messing up the rest of the cube, the last layers without messing up the rest of the cube. So when you get to where you can take as many shortcuts as you want setting it up until you get to the last layer, and then the last layers you can again just formula A and formula B is all you need. So here's another double bold. Bring it to the top. Green and red, move it above the green and red, drop it down to match. going in this direction. So I'm going, these three are going to move up, up, down, down. Alrighty. If anyone has any questions or comments, I'm happy to be interrupted because, hey, neurospicy. Double looking for a double bold edge piece. That's the difference between the minxes and the cubes. Is for the cubes, I don't spend inspection time. I don't have any inspection time. I just find a piece that's wrong, throw it in the direction it wants to be, because and there's only 6 faces, so I can do that. When there's 12 faces, there's a little more planning that has to go on. So here's yellow and here's one wants to go here. You can displace that one. It will be there. Slide up, slide up, slide down, okay? And then this one, bring it forward, wants to go in this direction. So these 3 pieces are going to move, or these 3 pieces are going to move. So this is going to go there. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. And unless Formula B, one of the 2 columns is your centerpiece, Formula B only moves 3 pieces around. If Formula B, one of the columns is your center slice, then it has to move some non-star pieces as well. I know words, I just don't use them properly. 1, okay, we need more. Here's blue and yellow. Okay, gonna go right there. That's gonna go there. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Okay, so 1 side's done, 2 sides done, 3 sides done, 4 sides done, 5 sides are done. Okay, so that's the equivalent. They're equivalent. The next thing to do is to do the working with the equator layer. Then we're going to do it in layers still. So we're going to do this corner first. We're going to do the double bold corner first. So we're going to find a cube, a corner that has double bold. Okay, here's a green and purple. And line up to the 3rd color, and then drop it down into place. Okay, so here's this has 1 bold and 2 pastels. 1 bold and 2 pastels. Here's red and blue. Line it up to the 3rd color, and drop it down into place. That's 2. Okay. Okay, so 1. Here's a red and green and yellow. I'm going to bring it to the top. I'm going to line it up to the yellow side and drop it down. Okay, so there's 1, 2, this one. Drop it down. Okay, this one, blue and green. Bring it up, match the 3rd color, drop it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now that corner's done. Do the same thing with this one. Okay. Here's the blue and yellow. Line it up with the 3rd color. Drop it down. Okay. Blue and purple. Line it up with the 3rd color. And drop it down. Okay. Yellow and purple. Line it up with the 3rd color. And drop it down. Okay. Blue and red. Line it up with the 3rd color. Line it up and drop it down. Okay, so there's 1. We're looking for red and green now. Here's a red and green. Bring it to the top. Line it up. Drop it down. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are the equivalent. Okay. The next thing I would do on this one would be the star tips. For the star tips that are a single bold and a pastel. So looking for star tips, single bold. Here's purple with a blue. Bring it over above where it wants to land. It's going to land literally right here. Okay, so we're going to match it up to this one. Match in the center, going in this direction, so it's going to land right here above this one. So first column, first column, top row, second column. Slide up, slide center up, slide down, slide center down. It's a little bit awkward, but it works. And then reset your corner. Okay, two pastels, a gray, a gray. Here's a purple, an orange. Bring it above the purple and orange. Okay, I'm going to line it up to the center. It's going to go land above this piece. Hello, I am Sunshine, and this is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. Today I'm playing with my minxes. Unless you have questions. Happy to stop what I'm doing and answer questions. So formula A is 4 moves, formula B is 8 moves. That's all you need to move to solve every complexity minx and every complexity cube. You'll notice I don't have a parity algorithm. That's because parodies are a lie and you don't have to use them unless you want to. Also, this is not a speed solve method. This is not a fewest moves method. This is the my brother tried to teach me and I couldn't get it method. This is the my cousin knows how, but I've never been able to figure it out. This is the cubing method for non-cubers, and while it's not fast or efficient, you can pick up any cube that is scrambled honestly and put it down solved. So unless they've been taking pieces apart and flipping them around or peeling stickers, don't peel stickers. Don't peel stickers. So if you are going to peel stickers, do it on the Lego cube. All right. So looking for the pastel. So I'm looking for the star tips that have a bold on them. 1, 2, 3. Kitty, stop it. Kitty, kitty, stop. Stop. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so if you've just joined me, I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. Today I'm playing with my minxes. Formula A is 4 moves, formula B is 8 moves, and that's all you need. Kitty, stop it! Okay, that's all you need to solve every complexity Rubik's Cube, and every complexity minx as well. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm happy to be distracted. So here's a yellow and red. It wants to go here. Okay. So I can do two things. I can move it to here and then to here, or I can offset it, line it up to the center and land it above this corner. Okay. So top row, first column is where it's going to land, second column is where it begins. And for the minxes, when it's the star part, it's a little interesting, but it's still up, up, down, down, and reset the corners. Okay. Here's a blue and pink. Bring it to the top, above where it wants to be. Line up the corner, and it's going to land here. So slide up, slide second column up, slide the first column down, slide the second column down, and reset the corners. Okay. Here's a red and pink. Goes above the red and pink. I'm going to match the red side. So it's going to go right here. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. I do have, on YouTube, I do have a playlist for the cube, every complexity cube. It goes step by step, treating all the cubes the exact same way. And then I also just yesterday started a playlist for the minx as well, so you can go and check that out if you want to. All right, so we've done, the whites are done, the white sides are done, and now we've got, this one's correct, we're looking for more. Here's a blue and green. I'm going to place a random piece into this spot so it moves to the top where I can fix it. Usually I will just place things until I get to the end, but sometimes you get to the end and they're not placed. So Here it is, blue and green, above the blue and green something corner, going in this direction. Top row, first column, second column. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And reset the corners. So now okay. And I've got to do this, what, 10 times? 10 times? Here's red. Nope, we're not working on edges, we're working on start to still. Okay. Here's a green. There's a green and blue. I'm going to move it to the top. Move it above where it wants to be. Line it up with the corner. It's going to be above. And top row, first column, second column. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. So the blue sides are done. One of the oranges is, we still need an orange and yellow. Here's a green and white. Bring it above. Green and yellow, green and lemon. Bring it above. Okay, it's going to land here. So I set it up. It's going to land above this corner. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. Okay, so the lemons are done. The blues are done. We need another yellow, lemon, and yellow and orange you're still looking for. Here it is. Bring it to the top. Bring it above where it wants to be. Line it up at the center. It's going to land above this one. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and reset the corners. Okay, orange is done. Still in yellow and green. Okay, here it is. Okay, line it up above the corner where it's going to land. It's going to go right there. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are an equivalent now. No, they're not. I didn't do these ones. Haha, I didn't do these ones. Okay, so here's a green, here's a yellow. Above where it wants to be is right here. So I line it up, and I'm going to use formula A to place this. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. Okay, here's a red and a pink. Is above the red and the pink. I'm going to line it up to the center. It's going to come over this one. Slide up, slide down, and then reset the corner. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Here's a blue and green. Bring it to the top, above where it wants to be. Offset it so it's going to land above this corner. Slide up, slide down, okay, and then reset the corners. Okay, another one. Here's 2 pastels, here's a gray, here's 2 pastels, here's 2 pastels, here's a blue. Bring it above where it wants to land. Line it up with the center. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. Okay, here's a purple and blue. Bring it to the top. Bring it above where it wants to be. Okay, and line it up. Match it to the corner. Slide up, slide down, and reset the corner. So that one's done. 1, 2. Here's a green, bold green, and the blue. So it matches the corner. You lined up here. I'm going to go in right here. slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. So it's all formula A and formula B. When one of the two columns is the center column, it's kind of funky. It's not the same muscle memory, but it's still the same pattern. Okay, so blue is matched. You still need to work on. Here's a red. Bring it to the top, bring it above where it wants to be, line it up, and it's going to land here. Up, up, down, down, and reset the corner. Okay, so the yellows are done, the blues are done. We still need the oranges. All right, so here's an orange and green. That's not a bold color. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a yellow. Bring it to the top. Bring it above the yellow. Line it up to the corner. It's going to land above. Up, up, down, down, and reset the corner. Okay, so the greens are done. Pinks are done. Yellows are done. Blues are done. Still need, see, this one needs to go over here, and orange and purple. Find the orange and purple. Ha, ha, ha. This is the difference. Okay, here's the orange and purple. Okay, line it up. Gonna land up above this corner. Up, up, down, down, and reset. Okay, and then this one that we just displaced. Okay, line it up. Gonna land there. Up, up, down, down, and set. Okay, so this corner is surrounded, this corner is surrounded, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's done. So these are of an equivalent. And now I'm going to do the edge pieces for this one. Actually, I'm not. That feels like a good pausing place. So, thank you for joining me. Again, I am Sunshine, and I will be back here tomorrow. And thanks for letting me play with my minxes. I'm happy to play with whatever cube you want me to play with. I also have Zoom, so I can see your cube as well if you want to. Come back tomorrow. I'm usually here every morning, and if you bring me your non-cuber friends, we can have fun. So go have a fun day. Go be nice to yourself. Go walk in the sunshine, drink some water, and find something to be happy about, because you deserve to be happy. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye, you guys.